Good morning, students. Today in this video, we are going to read the chapter The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom. It's the lesson 4 from the book Honeycomb. So, the story The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom, written by William Elliot Griffiths, is a Japanese story about an honest and hardworking couple who lived with their pet dog Muko. The chapter The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom shows the power of love. It's about a dog which is taken care of by an older couple. They loved it as if it were their own child. The dog brings favor to the family, which makes the neighbors jealous. Things become tragic when the dog is killed by the neighbors due to their greed and frustration. So, this way, uh, the greedy and cruel nature of the neighbors resulted the dog's death. Okay. However, the master received support and solace in many different unexpected ways from the dog's spirit. The story explains the people are known by the deeds or the actions they perform. Just like a tree which is known by its fruits and leaves, it shows that if people are kind to other people and animals, they tend to be happy, and if they are greedy and cruel, they will be unhappy and sad. Okay, so the story contains a powerful message to adopt virtues like qualities like honesty, compassion, and truth. In this story, the old couple who loved their pet Muko very much, and Muko brought riches to the old couple. First, they got pot of gold. They had a greedy neighbor who sees it, and they came and took Muko along with him. But he doesn't get, means the wicked neighbor did not get any gold, and in their anger, the wicked neighbor hit the dog to the death. They killed it. Okay. The old man buried, means the master of the dog, buried Muko and planted a pine tree on his grave and watered it daily. When the tree grew, he thought of making a mortar out of the tree. He wanted to make rice cake by pounding rice in the mortar. When he was pounding boiled rice to make the cake, the rice turned into gold and the couple became richer. The neighbor again saw it, okay, and they borrowed the mortar from the kind neighbor. Kind man gave him mortar, but when he used it, he did not get any gold. Then he was furious and burned the mortar. When the old man came to ask for his mortar, it was already burned to ashes. Then he took ashes home. When he sprinkled ashes in his garden, his cherry trees blossomed, though it was winter time. Again, the neighbor came to take ashes so that his trees could also blossom. And again, his wish didn't come true, it was not fulfilled. So, the story shows how the spirit of Moko helps the old couple who always had been very kind to the pet and never let the wish of greedy neighbors be fulfilled. Okay, who were very unkind and killed the dog. So let's begin the chapter The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom with its meaning. In the good old days of the daimyos, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. Having no children, they loved it as though it were a baby. The old dame made it a cushion of blue crepe, and at mealtime, Muko, for that was its name, would sit on it as snug as any cat. The kind people fed the pet with tidbits of fish from their own chopsticks and all the boiled rice it wanted. Thus treated, the dumb creature loved its protectors like a being with a soul. You can see how the dog was treated. So, see the meaning. Daimyos means landholders. Daimyos is the plural of daimyo, means feudal. It means in feudal Japan, or when the feudalism prevailed in Japan. Feudalism means a system, a political and social system in which landholders owned large masses of land and distributed that land to tenants in exchange for their loyalty and service. Tenant means a rent payer. Another word is dame. It's a title given to women, okay, uh, as an honor because of something special that she had done. Like you might have heard Dame of Agatha Christie. Okay, then crepe. It's a kind of wrinkled fabric, silk fabric. Tidbits means small but very nice piece of food. Being with a soul means deeply felt emotion or love wholeheartedly. Now, the meaning of the paragraph. In the 19th century, Japan, there lived an old couple, okay, and their only companion was a little pet dog named Muko. And the old couple loved the dog as if it were their baby. They gave it pieces of fish and boiled rice to eat, okay, and in turn, Muko also loved his master wholeheartedly. Understand? You can see in the paragraph how they loved. Like the old dame means the old women made a cushion for the dog, and it was made of blue crepe. Okay, and at mealtime, how Muko sat on the cushion, and then how he just comfortably feed it. There is a word snug means cozy or comfortably warm. Understand? So you can see how it was treated by them. And in turn, Muku also loved his master wholeheartedly. Now, the next paragraph. The old man, being a rice farmer, went daily with the hoe or spade into the fields, working hard from morning until O Tento Sama. O Tento Sama means the sun. Okay. Had gone down behind the hills. Every day the dog followed him to work. Now the meaning of the paragraph. Uh, who was the old man? He was a rice farmer. Okay. And he worked hard with his spade from morning till sunset. Means he was very hard working farmer, and he worked from the morning until the sunset behind the hills. And what happened? Every day Muko also went with him, or just he was, and the farmers was accompanied by his dog to the field every day. Okay. Never once harming the white heron that walked in the footsteps of the old man to pick up the worms. For the old fellow was patient and kind to everything that had life, and often turned up a sword on purpose to give food to the birds. So, the old farmer was very kind. He was very hardworking, and Muko always followed him every day to the field. And you know that this paragraph is telling us about the kindness of the farmer, where he just deliberately turned the soil up in order to make cranes in the field eat the worms, and his dog also, it also never attacked the white heron bird, which used to kill the corn worms. Okay, you can see the meanings of the word. Heron means a freshwater bird, crane, having long legs. Okay, sod means a surface of the ground covered with grass. Whining, high pitched cry or complaining sound. To and fro, backward and forward movement, like a pendulum of clock does. It takes at least 2 seconds to complete the motion to and fro, and gleam means shone brightly. One day the dog came running to him, putting his paws against his legs and motioning with his head to some spot behind. The old man, at first, though his pet was only playing and did not mind it, but the dog kept on whining and running to and fro for some minutes. Then the old man followed the dog few yards to a place where the animal began a lively scratching, thinking it was possibly a buried bone or bit of fish. The old man struck his hoe in the earth when lo, a pile of gold gleamed before him. Okay, so one day what happened? His dog Muko came running to him, and the dog motioned him, means he took him to some place behind. The old man followed Muko to the place where it began to scratch. Who began to scratch? Muko began to scratch with his paws. And then old man also helped the dog with his hoe to dig the earth. And what he found, actually he expected a fish and something else to be buried in the ground, but to his surprise he found a lot of gold there. The old couple became very rich, and actually find they what they found under the ground, they found shining gold, means gleam means which was shining brightly. They found gold under the earth. Okay, now next paragraph. Thus in an hour the old couple were made rich. The good souls bought a piece of land, made a feast for their friends, and gave plentifully to their poor neighbors. As for the dog, they petted him till they nearly smothered him with kindness. They got the gold. Okay, they became rich within an hour. Okay, so next, the old couple, when they became rich and they bought the land, they organized a party. Okay, they threw a party to their friends and they gave generously. What they gave? Anything else, whatever their neighbors, their poor neighbors required, they gave it generously to them. Okay, generously mean wholeheartedly. And they give a big feast. They celebrated the moment with the neighbors. Okay, and for the dog, they treated him with great love. Now, in the same village, there lived a wicked old man and his wife, not a bit sensitive and kind, who had always kicked and scolded all dogs whenever any passed their house. Hearing of their neighbor's good luck, they coaxed the dog into their garden and set before him bits of fish and other dainties, hoping he would find treasure for them. But the dog, being afraid of the cruel pair, would neither eat nor move. Now, in the same village, there lived a wicked old man and his wife. Okay, and this couple was really very unkind, and they treated all the dogs very badly. They never, whatever, whosoever dogs and any animals passed through their houses, they treated it very badly and they chased them away from their houses. Okay, and when these couple these two people, when they heard of their neighbor's good luck, they called Muko to their garden and offered it delicious food. They offered it fish, as they hoped that Muko would also find treasure for them. Okay, but Muko didn't eat any fish. He refused to eat fish. He didn't move from there. Okay, finally, when they just pushed the dog to do this, the dog took them to a pine tree in the garden. Understand? So deliberately coax. What is the meaning coax? Coax means they persuaded the dog gently. They made him eat delicious food, but it did not eat. It refused to eat any fish and other dainties. Okay, so dog did not move. Then they dragged him out of doors, taking a spade and hoe with them. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree growing in the garden than he began to paw and scratch the ground as if a mighty treasure lay beneath. Now see the meaning: dragged, pulled. Scratch mean to cut or damage something with sharp paws or nails. Chopping off mean to remove by cutting. Okay, we'll see the rest of the meanings later on. First of all, get the meaning of the next paragraph. Then they dragged him out of the doors. Means the couple dragged the dog by force. Okay. And they took a spade and hoe with them. Now, what did the dog do? The dog went near a pine tree. Okay. And then he began to scratch with his paws, as if there might be a treasure buried beneath the land. Beneath means under the land. Okay. So, quick, wife, hand me the spade and hoe, cried the greedy old fool as he danced with joy. So, when the dog was scratching, the old and wicked neighbor thought that there is lot of gold buried or money or whatever buried below the earth. So he danced in happiness. He just became very happy and called his wife in his happiness. Then the covetous old fellow with a spade and the old crone with the hoe began to dig. Then both of them, they began to dig the earth. Understand? Crone. What is the meaning of crone? Mean an ugly old woman. So both husband and wife, they begin to dig the land. But they did not find anything except a dead kitten, and the smell of which made them drop their tools. And there was foul smell which made them drop their tools with which they were digging the earth, and they closed their noses, furious at the dog, and this made them very furious. And what did the old man do? It just bet the dog, kicked the dog to death. Means he killed the dog. Okay. And the old woman finished the work by nearly chopping off his head. And what did the old woman do? She chopped off the head of the dog. Means she cut the dog's head. And how she cut it? With the sharp tool. And then they flung him into the hole and heaped the earth over his carcass. And then they just threw his body carelessly, okay, in the hole, and they made a pit in order to throw or buried his body. So they just threw the dog into the pit or hole carelessly, okay, and they just make a big heap on his dead body. Carcass means dead body. Now, next paragraph. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet and mourning for him as if he had been his own child, went at night under the pine tree. Now, what happened? Now, the owner of the dog came to know about the death of his pet dog. And you know that he loved the dog very much as he loved his children. Okay. So, what did he do? He mourned. Mourning means just he felt very sad over the death of his dog. Okay. And then he went under the pine tree. He discovered his body. Now the next paragraph. Set up some bamboo tubes in the ground, such as are used before tombs, in which he put fresh flowers. Then he laid a cup of water and a tray of food on the grave and burned several costly sticks of incense. He mourned a great while over his pet, calling him many dear names as if he were alive. You can see the meanings to the left side of the slide. Tomb mean a place built of stone under the ground where the dead body is buried. Okay. Incense means material used to produce a sweet smell around, like we do in the evening or in the morning. We offer these sticks to God. Okay. Mortar mean a deep, strong ball to grind substance. He just placed fresh flowers over his dead body, and then he put a cup of water and tray, okay, plate of food, a tray of food on the tomb. Grave means tomb, okay. And what did he do? He just also burned some costly stick. Burn means just he just lit up some costly sticks of incense so that they could produce good smell, means fragrance around. He mourned a great while over his pet, calling him many dear names as if he were alive. So this way, the farmer mourned over the death of his pet dog Muko. Okay. Now the next paragraph. That night the spirit of the dog appeared to him in a dream and said, "Cut down the pine tree over my grave and make from it a mortar for your rice pastry and a mill for your bean sauce." So now the dog appeared in his dream. Understand? That night, and the dog asked him to, means spirit of the dog asked him to cut down the pine tree, okay, where it was buried, and make mortar out of that tree trunk, of pine tree trunk, for rice pastry and mill for his bean sauce. And very soon the old farmer made a hollow place in the tree trunk. Okay. He with his wife made a hammer of wood. Hammer, you know very well. What do you mean by hammer? Hammer means a tool with a heavy metal head that is used for hitting nails, etc. Not only nails, you can hit other things also. Okay. Now we have read this paragraph. So what the dog asked the farmer to do, he asked the farmer to cut pine tree and make mortar. Okay. What is the meaning of mortar? Actually, it's a bowl in order to grind substances into it. And he asked him to make rice pastry for his bean sauce. So the old man chopped down the tree and cut out the middle of the trunk section, a section about 2 feet long. With great labor, partly by fire, partly by the chisel, he scraped out a hollow place as big as small bowl. He then made a long handle hammer of wood, such as is used for pounding rice. When New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some rice pastry. When the rice was all boiled, Granny put it into the mortar. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough, and the blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was already for baking. Suddenly, the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins when the old women took the hand mill and, filling it with beans, began to grind. The gold dropped like rain. Understand? So now the old farmer, he make a mortar out of that trunk of the pine tree, okay, and a mill for his bean sauce. And soon the old farmer made a hollow place in the tree trunk, and with his wife, they made a hammer of wood for pounding rice. They baked the pastry, and suddenly the whole mass, okay, whole mass in that dough which was prepared for making pastry, that whole mass changed into gold coins. Okay. Now next paragraph. Meanwhile, the envious neighbor peeped in at the window when the boiled beans were being ground. See, when it was happening, okay, who were just peeping into the room? Those envious. What is the meaning of envious? Means jealous. Okay, those envious neighbor, they were peeping into the room through the window, and what they saw, that beans were converting into gold. Now the next paragraph. Good evening, cried the old hag, as she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold, until in a few minutes the tub under the mill was full of a shining mass of gold. Okay, what's the meaning hag? Hag means an old woman. Okay, when she saw that dripping means just falling drip by drip. So what did she do? The jealous old neighbor noticed bean sauce turning into gold, and the old couple they became rich. Okay, and they also did the same. What did they do? They also followed them. See, so the old couple were rich again. The next day, the stingy and wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mortar and magic mill. They filled one with boiled rice and the other with beans. Then the old man began to pound and the women to grind. But at the first blow, turn the pastry and sauce turn into a foul mass of worms. Still more angry at this, they chopped the mill into pieces to use as firewood. So you can see the meanings of the difficult words. Dough. Dough means a mixture of flour and water. And hag, see, an ugly woman, especially a vicious or malicious one. And dripping, falling drop by drop. Stingy means not generous. Who is stingy? Wicked neighbor. Okay. Wife is stingy and she's not generous. She never wants to give anything else to anyone. And foul means disgusting smell. Now get the meaning of the paragraph. So lastly, what happened? They just followed the same process as the kind and old neighbor did. So what happened when they were doing so? The whole mass converted into, okay, as they begin to pound and the old women begin to grind. So what happened? At the first blow, the pastry and sauce turned into foul smell of worms. Means so many worms, mass of worms appeared there. And how they were producing or releasing foul smell. Okay. And it made the couple more angry. And what did they do? As a result, they chopped the mill. They just cut the mill, okay, into pieces and then they use it for the firewood. That's all about the chapter. In the next video, we will read about the second part of the story. Okay. The ashes that made trees bloom. Thank you so much.